Hawaiian pizza even better.
Oh.
So I don't really like spicy food. Not
Okay.
at all. But I had a friend introduce me to you take a Hawaiian pizza and you put jalapenos on it. So it's sweet, but it's a little bit spicy.
Like heat. It's got some heat to
it's
it.
got some heat to it. It's super good.
Ay, caliente. Hey. Hey.
Yum, 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 yum.
I wish I
yum.
could speak Spanish because I would totally commentate in Spanish. Like just like bits and pieces.
That'd be incredible.
I don't even know where to start.
Multilingual casting.
I mean, like,
Maybe someday here at Odafest.
maybe we can grab someone from Japan.
Yeah.
Make
Do
them
a bilingual Japanese-English cast.
I feel like we could do that now, but it would just be butchered.
Yeah,
Butchered.
it'd be pretty messy Japanese on my part if it had to be me.
Yeah, I mean, like we did have Sombra at some point.
We did have Sombra at Odafest, and that was incredible. I had the honor of getting to cast with her. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
getting to sit with Miss Ravasa.
Super cool, super
Yeah,
chill.
she was super chill, super nice, super excited to cast the game. Brought out the Sombra voice for us as well, which made it even more interesting. Apagando las useless. Did you say avocados and juices?
That too? I don't know. Lucas? I don't know. Jacuzzis? Jeez, I don't know. Whatever. I love butchering every alt as it comes out in this game. I don't know if you heard me out there, but like every single time you see Genji out, it's like, yo, Eugene's out.
Yo, Eugene is angry.
Eugene's mad.
Eugene's no Ken.
No, Eugene's no Ken. Absolutely not
He
Ken.
doesn't like it.
Nope, hates Ken. Eugene. I think Genji's English name is Eugene.
Yeah, he's Eugene, and
Yeah.
he is angry. Eugene is mad, and he's gonna hit you with his weep stick
Literally.
if you get too close.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a mercy main.
It's a Pokemon. He
Yeah.
screams his name.
Eugene Mon.
Oh, I just got a list here of flavors from Poco Popcorn, and they have a spicy jalapeno cheddar.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. I love jalapeno cheddar, and I don't like spicy food, but jalapeno cheddar is the way to go.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
What the heck is that?
Poco Loco Fruit Frenzy.
Poco Loco. We've gone bananas and raspberries and blueberries, it says. You're going to love the frenzy of... We're going to start the game, actually. I just see...
Ooh, yay, we're getting started. Exciting, exciting.
I just saw the thumbs up, and like he whipped back. I'm like, oh, geez, okay, I better focus.
All right, let's go. GG Int Team versus Dauntless.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Watch point, Jibby Wibbies.
Jibby Wibbies. But let's see.
Ooh. I'm 6'4" and I row for UC. Jeez.
But how hard will GG Int Team int?
GG int.
Will they int? How hard will they int?
I don't know.
How hard are they going to feed?
Depends. Is it?
Because that's what it means to int, is to feed.
Intentional.
Intentional feeding.
Int.
Are they the biggest feeders in NA?
Maybe.
We might find out.
Well, hopefully. It does say GG int team, so I guess they're already holding the L.
Yeah, they're holding the top one
They're
spot for inters in North America.
Ripping it so close to the heart. GG int team, that's our name.
Yeah,
I mean, if you live and die by your culture, I mean, have you really done wrong?
exactly.
You know,
The feed life didn't choose them. They chose the feed life.
it's true. You choose it, so you can't complain.
Exactly. They are proud feeders, and I believe in them. But I believe in Team FSS
Attack
as well. Oh, wait, no.
commences in
We haven't
30
updated the overlay.
Yeah.
That's coming quickly.
That's kind of important, but we will get there eventually.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he gave us the don't worry about it wave. The
It's
Focus.
fine. It's fine, you dingus casters. Talk about the video game.
Yes, quit being picky. Quit being picky. All right, so here's what we're gonna see. We see a pretty classic Overwatch team on the left. Hanzo.
Of course, Hanzo Wings. Number one, OP. Actually, a pretty strong pick coming out of this map.
Attack
He's-
He has a lot of high ground to work with, and he can get some quick picks. It's going to be interesting, though, because the red team doesn't have a Pharah counter. They're running double damage here with the Pharah and the Reaper, who is looking quite low right now.
Yeah.
Going to be needing to get topped up. No, he's going to go out getting hit with the skill arrow
Got her.
from Hanzo. This is going to be tough for them. They are running a Pharah, and they are going to be facing Templar on the Soldier, but they might be okay just because the only person Templar has for backup is Spacebar. Again, they aren't running a Zen or anything. So Dark may have some pretty good air control if he's able to make the benefit. Again, Farah is pretty powerful on this map.
It's looking like it. He's trying to get them off high ground. That's important for Farah to completely dominate. If that soldier stays up there for way too long, and if they're not going to back up with, that Farah's going to get isolated from her team at that point. And she's going to have to find someone to get past that soldier. But Hanzo's gone.
Yeah, Dark able to secure the kill on the Hanzo. This is going to be huge as Team Dauntless turning the corner here, wanting to cap. They take out Templar and Obsidian. That's going to be really tough, but the Chicken coming out with the Valkyrie, able to get the double res off before dying. SMD Beaches taking out the Mercy. Are they going to be able to clean this up and hold?
Maybe we'll see. Red team's looking very strong, but it looks like they got the point anyway.
Yeah, GG and team able to clean it up. Ooh, Dark able to hit a deep dank rocket, cleaning it up.
Dank rockets.
Dank rockets.
And that's it. We're going to get a couple of free meters here, waving hello to the camera. We're going to turn the corner. We're going to see another instigation here. We'll see what else we got. We got Soldier and 2 on the other side, but those are our hitters here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. GG and team in a really good position to take the fight here. They do have Yotaro's Valkyrie to make an early push and hopefully clean up in case anybody dies during the fight. And they do have Mochi's, here it is. Here comes the Nano on the Monkey. But Bobby Laser able to clean up a little bit with the Death Blossom.
That's pretty good. He just said Shanae. He got blocked up at the last second, but it didn't matter. He already did it.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, Dauntless pushed back by that, giving GG in team the cap. Looks like GG in team is not going to be inting at all this round. They intend to redeem themselves and go as far as they can in this tournament. Again, SMD Beaches now has a Graviton Surge available. They still have the Valkyrie. Dark building up a Barrage, so we may see a Barrage Graviton combo come out here pretty quickly, especially as Dauntless Steel Dragons is stuck, just trying to group up here. Here comes the Graviton Surge. Huge purple from Mochi, making it impossible for Dauntless Steel Dragons to deal through that.
The defense is down. There's 4 dead bodies just laying there.
Again, the only ult available right now for Dauntless is going to be Templar's Visor, but he is going to go down, so he won't get a chance to use it. GG in team just coming in through.
That's it. They're lighting up the kill feed, clocking it at 4:53 on the last point. GG in team. It goes through all chat there. GG in team. Let's say just meme the heck out of each other here.
Yeah.
There's no choice now. Memes, spicy, juicy.
Spicy memes. Yeah, that was an incredible push. Almost 5 minutes left remaining in the match on that final push there. That's going to look very, very well. Even if they are unable to do a full hold or even a partial hold, it means they're going to have a ton of time to push all the way through the map if it comes to that.
Well, let's hope they use all that time they have efficiently. They don't really have much time to bank on here, especially given how they played that out. It was pretty spicy stuff here. So because this is the loser's bracket, this is endgame for one of these teams. Whoever doesn't make past this point is gone, eliminated. That's it. Yeah,
this is a redemption match, so whoever wins this will continue through the bracket, but the losers are out of the tournament.
That's right. It's the ladder. It's the hard run. You gotta bring it back. The loser's bracket rerun and get into that revenge second game once you make it out of this pit of doom and despair. Yeah, let's see. How far can these teams progress up the ladder? Taking a look at Dauntless in blue. Or sorry, that's GG in team. It looks like our overlay maybe is backwards. GG in team in the blue. We have Obsidian running the Mercy. Granny Taco. On Lucio. Oh yeah, I guess so. The chicken they are a blue team. I was like looking at the top, I'm like, oh, I should probably look at that. It says on the bottom, right there. There we go. Ooh, that's confusing. But interesting comp coming out from GGN team. They're running a attack bastion. They have the chicken on the Reinhardt to protect them, and they also have Tessa Hops available on the monkey for initiation. It's gonna be interesting to see what Dauntless does against this. They are running a Hanzo, Monkey, Reinhardt, spammy Dankrat, Mercy, and Symmetra. So probably going to be trying to play off a teleporter here on the first point, trying to go for a first point hold. Looks like, wow, they are able to delete L Spacebar on the Bastion with the Junkrat spam. Junkrat, a very effective character on Bastion, on pretty much any map in the game.
but especially here on Gibraltar, where he has a lot of high ground he could use against El Spacebar, who's trying to take position on the point.
I mean, they were trying to go for that protect the VIP El Presidente strategy, and they did. They got through it. Bastion's still there with the res. But yeah, Junkrat nowadays, at least anyway, trimming down shields. If he sits on top of you, you're not gonna like it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna be interesting to see here if GGN team can secure the quick cap. They're only 0.7 away from the cap, but it looks like Dauntless is coming in for the contest, and they're cleaning up. Right now, it's a pretty even fight. But with that, Mochi able to clean up to Chicken, Bobby Laser cleaning up Tess Hops. They're able to secure a hold here.
Oh, looks like Roadhog's in the plane now. We didn't see it there before, but here he is.
Yeah, SMD Beaches making the swap to the Roadhog here, and almost built up a whole hog. It's going to be extremely valuable. Again, that's a really high damage hero pick. With the Junkrat and the hog together, that's a lot of damage to bust through shields on behalf of GGN team.
Look at that. Oh,
Out
that
comes the tire, but it doesn't secure any kills. That's unfortunate. That's a pretty high value ult. They're not able to secure any value out of. GGN team is still up. They're pulling out their primal range now, hopefully to try and stall this fight out. Dark almost with a Hanzo ult available, getting healed, saved by their Mercy, able to take out Tessa Hops from GGN team.
Yeah, that was pretty savage hook there on that Lucio pick. Biting off more than you can chew, overextending. You're just going to get caught, and that's Roadhog's speciality. Everybody should know by now. But again, Roadhog's just going to throw his hook at you, and then you're due to let it go.
Yeah, that team hook is nasty. And despite the nerfs Roadhog has incurred, like, he does quite a huge amount of damage. I mean, we already can see the Chicken's shield is being worn out there. You see the whole hog still available. Out comes another tire. Bobby Laser building that extremely quickly. Obsidian Skin resing two members of this, and Templar pulling out a huge Deadeye, able to pick off Mochi, but Mochi will get rezzed by Yotaro, who also rezzed Bobby Laser, and it looks like it's still going to turn in favor of Dauntless Steel Dragons here.
Again, they're still running Bastion. The Bastion didn't have any protection. So at that point, really, now it's a reset. At that point, you want to just regroup with your team. I would honestly say it's not worth giving all your life to get an ult card.
Yeah, it is going to be very difficult now. Dauntless has pushed the cart back towards the underside of the little alleyway. This is a great point for them to hold. It's going to be very, very difficult for El Spacebar to set up, but he is just going to go in with the chain ult. Is he going to secure kills? He's able to get Dark, able to get SMD Beaches.
Oh. And he's still shooting, he's still going, he's not stopping.
He's set up on the cart, burning down the monkey.
People are just dying left and right. Oh, but he's sitting on the table.
Yotaro's on cart, he's able to take out the Mercy. That means they will have no res available.
Alright, so this is still not impossible to delay. They do have the spawn advantage here for the red team, but it's not fast enough, so here we go.
GGN team able to take a cap here. But Bobby Laser securing a double man tire, taking out the Bastion and the Run, which is very, very good for Dauntless Steel. They'll be able to set up here as a team and take a fight in one of the toughest choke points here on Gibraltar.
Yeah, he just beelined that tire. It was going right for Bastion. Anybody saw that coming, but they couldn't take it down, so now they're going to be delayed again. And they have 2 minutes and 20 seconds here now coming up, and they don't have enough time to waste anymore, especially with all the time they used up on the first point.
Yeah, exactly. It is going to be a tough push for them here. As the doors close on this point, the 4 doorways become a very tight choke point for them to push. Again, Dauntless is running a Roadhog and a Junkrat, which is a ton of damage to put into that corner. They do have a Monkey as well, which is going to mean they're going to have a lot of dive potential. Despite going very low health, Bobby Laser able to clean up pretty well here, trapping a whole bunch of people. How is this man alive, man?
This man needs to stop. He is trapping, pulling people up, and he's got a Riptire, and he's going to take out anyone who's just going to wander in aimlessly. Everybody's kind of scared. That's dead. Almost died. Wow.
Barely escaping with what looks like maybe 5 HP.
I feel like that was a pity tire.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he just got scared by it. That owes a lot to fate.
Yeah, El Spacebar now swapping off of the Bastion. Now on a Tracer, does have a Pulse Bomb available. Again, we are seeing a lot of ults coming up now for Team Dauntless as well. But GGN team has a couple of their own. They don't have anything that can really combo. They do have Templar's Deadeye also available, but with those 2 DPS ults, there's not a lot of combo potential. I mean, GGN team is running a solo diva, which does give them a lot lot of dive potential, but unfortunately they're going to not have the speed boost from Granny Taco anymore, who is now on the Zenyatta. So it's going to be a very slow and difficult push here for them.
It is really weird that I'm seeing here with GG. 3 DPS here. I think they're trying for a full on assault. But you need to take care of McCree when he ult, and that Zen still doesn't have ult yet, so we're not having a free high noon, or at least a secure high noon. And that's very important to change the tide. If Tracer can't pick off like Hanzo, then we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and here comes some of the ults. GG in team. They got a Nomad Diva. She got D-Max and doesn't currently have it, which is going to make it tough. She is their only tank.
30 seconds.
Looks like she's taking a lot of damage off team. Again, looks like Baby Diva has to hop, walk into Bobby Laser's trap and died. Granny Taco securing a frag on NBR, but it doesn't matter because Dauntless Steel is going to clean up. They have a res ready for him. Bobby Laser and SMD Beach is cleaning up. Yo Taro coming out in the Valkyrie, pew-pewing and Templar off in the distance.
No fear in the Cowboys. I got
6
wins.
seconds left. Looks like Team GG and Team just trying to shove in through the doorway here, but Dauntless Steel body blocking and keeping them all out.
GG, and we saw from there, it didn't matter. They all went all out. They were going to push them back. They had the upper hand and the momentum. Yotaro drank some Red Bull, got wings, and started pew-pew McCree. That was it. We're all done here. That was a real quick game. Clean
Play of the
sweep.
game going to Mochi, a rare Ana play of the game.
Say what? Okay, big purple. Oh, punch, boxing. Down to the boxer. Getting some free picks here.
Again, looks like it's Mike Tyson's punch out here with Mochi, the DPS Ana, landing the big purples and cleaning everybody out.
Wow.
You made the
Anna
right
stealing
decision.
the BOTG. How is that even legal?
All right. Well, looks like, unfortunately, GG Int Team is eliminated from Won't You Take Me to Junkertown. Dauntless Steel Dragons move on to round 2 in the losers bracket.
Absolutely, and still well played. The both teams both gave them a shot, but Dauntless Steel Dragons coming out right on top today. Didn't seem like a contest to them. Dauntless Steel Dragons just flexed a little stronger than
Flex real hard.
yeah. Than maybe
Again,
could
they
have.
made some really smart composition choices. Running the Roadhog Junkrat, as I've said, is very, very powerful against a shield comp or a bastion comp. Roadhog has the potential to hook the bastion into his team to quickly kill him. Junkrat is a very high damage output hero. He can sit on the high ground, especially on that first point of Gibraltar, and rain down hell upon a Reinhardt shield, upon a bastion set up on the cart. It's going to be very, very difficult for GG In Team to get set up there. But they did put in a very good effort.
Indeed, they went for the El Presidente, but little did they know that Junkrat just looked down and just dropped bombs on his face. That was the plan, and it sure worked out. And in fact, there's not much you can do without being, moving. If you're immobile, you're just gonna hit grenades. You don't get a choice.
Yeah.
You just-
Unfortunately, the best counter to Junkrat is to not be in places where he can spam at you.
Yeah.
On some maps, that's going to be really tough. Again, like that second point on Gibraltar, the 4 doorways are just such a tight choke. Gave Bobby Laser just a ton of room to play with as a Junkrat.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Especially in Gibraltar, there's only just funnels, really. That's all it is. You get 1 or 2 spots in one spot exactly in one area, and you just got to pick one of 4 usually.
Yep.
And hope there's no grenades there.
And unfortunately, with GG In Team not running a Lucio, it makes it very, very hard for them to speed through that tight choke. They did try to get the extra damage off with the Zenyatta, and they were able to quickly build a Transcendence. It was just unfortunate that just the amount of damage coming out of Dauntless Steel made it all irrelevant.
It was just nonstop bombs, bombs. We saw Junkrat trap one person, eliminate another, and just keep on going. It was kind of disgusting. Pretty disgusting, I
Yeah.
actually say.
Pretty filthy meme rat play, indeed.
Meme rat, the memes. Filthy
All right.
memes.
Also, looks like our next teams are getting settled and getting ready for our next match, which is very exciting.
Good. And while they're getting ready for that, again, let's leave another thanks out here to Microsoft. Again, we wouldn't have all this stuff to do and play without Microsoft here.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
They're an awesome and incredible sponsor.
Absolutely. Always it. Aces, ROGs. Oy, so good.
They are powerful, fancy machines.
We talked about this. They light up. They light up a lot. And I want one.
Yeah, I want one too. I have a beautiful disco ball, brand new PC that I built only a couple months ago, and I still want a gaming laptop. What am I going to do with a gaming laptop? I have 2 gaming PCs, but I want one. They're
Combine
so beautiful.
Just meld them into each other. put them together.
Yeah.
Like form some type of
Form a giant botnet to play Overwatch.
a butt.
A botnet to play Overwatch.
Speaking about putting things together, Ogre Bakery putting together ingredients to make delicious melon pan. Do not give me that. It was good. That segue was amazing. Don't look at me like that. Ogre Bakery has given us so many pastries, bakery items. They're just delicious melon pan.
So good.
Filled buns with like red bean and cream.
Yum, I love red beans.
So good. Family owned, operated since 1981. I wasn't even born. I was born 10 years later. That's how long they've been running for.
Yeah, incredible.
And everyone knows that they got mochi, and it's a classic there. The Daifuku mochi, so good. Absolutely, you got to have it. If you're local in Calgary, head down. It's by Westbrook Mall. Down
Go
in Calgary.
visit them.
Yeah,
absolutely go visit them if you're local to Calgary.
Absolutely.
And even if you're not, make the drive.
Yeah, just fly. Vancouver, boom, you're here. Edmonton, just whatever, just go. Just go.
Need you.
Just
Melon Pan is calling for you.
How do you say no to that? What's
Yeah,
a
you
3-hour
don't.
drive? It's not.
It's nothing. Not for Melon Pan.
No. See, like, just bring your dog, bring your friend, go get melon pan, and then drive home.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yes. Oguraya Bakery specializes in Japanese baked goods and has been family owned and operated in Calgary since 1981.
Yeah.
They serve up Japan's popular sweet bread called melon pan in
Yum.
5 different flavors. It's a must try. If you are looking for something more traditional, Daifuku Mochi is a classic. Other items include shokopan, red bean buns, and cream buns. You can find their goodies at your local Asian grocery stores across Canada or visit them here locally in YYC. Follow them on Instagram at Oguraya Bakery to stay updated, and be sure to tag them with hashtag Oguraya Bakery, hashtag Odafest with your fave baked goods.
Hashtag melon pan.
Hashtag deliciousness.
Good.
Again, looks like our teams are getting set up. Looks like it's going to be Dauntless Steel Dragons up once again versus Top of the Scrubs.
We're in there, and what's happening? This is going to be, I'm going to say close. Fairly close. The reason is Top of the Scrubs performs quite well. And I think
They
performed
did.
well in our last tournament as well. The seating here is a little changed this time because of SR ratings.
Yes, exactly.
Not always precise, but so far it seems to be
Pretty balanced. I think
pretty
we did a
close.
good job seeding these teams. I mean, all teams have performed really, really well. There hasn't been too many matches that have felt kind of unbalanced or like one team was extremely dominating another. It felt like there were very good performances all across the board throughout the whole tournament so far.
And unfortunately for the Greaser gang, we can't see them perform. They did
Because
not.
they didn't come. We miss you. Single crystalline tear
See.
rolling down my cheek.
Farewell forever. Rip. Didn't push Payload G.
Come back next time.
Come back.
But if anybody on Twitch is watching and is like, man, this looks like so much fun, we'll always have more tournaments. Feel free to sign up, reach out, get involved. They're going to be fantastic.
Always a time. Always a time. Especially here in the Microsoft Store down in Chinook. You can come down. We're still going. We'll be going, well, I think optimally till 6 or something like that. But still, come and hang out. Enjoy the atmosphere. Everyone's here sitting down, observing. They get a delayed stream, but, you know.
So do you. If
Yeah.
you're watching at home, you're also on a delayed stream. You just don't notice it.
Yeah, it's all in your mind.
But yeah, we get to be here, feel the hyped atmosphere, see people cheering for their teams, and also get to see some really great sportsmanship. Teams getting up, whether they've won or lost, shaking hands with the team they played against, making new friends. It's fantastic. It's a wonderful atmosphere here.
It is, despite the fact that it's very competitive. There's the occasional trash talk here and there. It's not bad. It's some memes here and there. GG and team. That's
Yeah, exactly. You gotta
whatever.
meme. Memeing is the only way to enjoy this game. I mean, if you spent any time on the ELO ladder, you know how frustrating it can be to have throwers on your team.
Yep.
Or the odd Torbjorn one trick who
Yep.
just doesn't want to swap.
Yep.
Or if he's like me, struggles to get down a level 2 turret
Yep.
because they don't know how to play Torbjorn.
Yep.
But you know what? We're here. We're in a LAN environment. Everybody's in a good mood. It's a team 6v6 environment where everybody is playing their heart out and playing their best. And when you're teamed up with your friends, you know they're not going to throw.
No, nah.
I mean, maybe they
well,
might.
I mean,
Maybe they might throw for DeFran a little bit.
the person who throws better leave real quick. I mean, you're here physically. You might want to leave. I mean, if that
Give
happens.
me Hanzo or I throw.
Hanzo or I throw. Which reminds me, I saw this animation from YouTube, obviously, and where else? The deep side of YouTube. And the guy animated it to look like Fist of the North Star.
Oh, wow.
And it's Hanzo, and he's like, he cracks his knuckles, and he's like, not switching. And then
Hanzo only.
Hanzo, and then when in Fist of the North Star or like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they do like the multiple 100 punch thing.
Oh, yeah.
They should just throwing arrows.
Yes. I
Just
mean, that's
arrows.
how it feels sometimes to play Spamzo. Sometimes you hit a godly 180 headshot flick, and then other times you're just spamming at corners and hoping you hit somebody with your skill arrow. I mean, scatter arrow.
Right? You look up and you pray, you let go, and whatever happens, happens. Every man for
Exactly.
themselves, right?
Exactly.
They should let arrows hit you back if you shoot it straight up. I'm just saying, it'll be funny. You play the arrow game, right?
Oh, my gosh.
You just shoot it straight up and
Russian roulette with your arrows.
Yeah, just now we're going to Doritos, traveling to Doritos.
We're live on Dorado, one of my favorite maps
I love this map.
in this rotation.
So good.
Top of the Scrubs versus Dauntless Steel. Top of the Scrubs will be defending first in blue. Dauntless Steel attacking in red.
Absolutely. So, looking at the comp so far, it looks fairly standard. I'm kind of strangely questioning the red team. I mean, I shouldn't because I'm not playing, but Genji Reaper, I'm assuming this is a very dive-heavy team.
This is, I mean, for them it might not actually be that bad. So they've got the Mercy to kind of take care of the Genji and the Reaper for the most part, and they've got the Ana pick to maintain the Monkey and the SMD Beaches on the Zarya. So it's gonna be they're gonna have a lot of healing and they're gonna have a lot of damage. Again, Dark is gonna have a dive partner in NVR, so they're gonna be able to safely dive with Mochi and Yotaro backing them up, and then Bobby Laser is gonna be able to sneak around on probably some really dirty flanks and clean up some kills. So they could get a lot of damage out of this, especially looking at what Top of the Scrubs is running.
Well, let's see here. We got a Reaper, Lucio, Mercy. It's a fairly standard, but Orisa, I haven't seen that in a while. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw Orisa for a little bit, but it kind of just died.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They are running double shield, but they don't really have much to protect. I personally don't really like to run Orisa unless you're running like a Bastion or a Torb. Somebody whose shield who's going to benefit from the Orisa shield.
Oh, yeah, by far. Orisa is just constant defense, constant harassment. A great asset to any team, really. But, again, it has to be complementary, not supplementary, right?
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see because Top of the Scrubs is going to have maybe a little less damage overall than Dauntless Steel will, but it means that Dauntless Steel is going to have to be really careful with how they pick their dives as they are against a counter Reaper.
Yeah, that was very greasy. We saw Bobby Laser just sneak up. No one knew he was there. He just started up like, he didn't kill anyone, but he sure got them off.
He did. He popped them off of high ground, and he was able to escape with his life. So it does look like Dauntless Steel is going to be able to make a push around the corner, and they do succeed in doing so, which means now Top of the Scrubs has to regroup and come and contest the point, as it's already out from behind one of the tightest choke points in the game.
I don't think anyone's acknowledging the point.
Yeah, it looks like, wow, is that a C9?
I think it's a little less than a C9. it was foregone. He just did. Reinhardt did charge backwards. I don't know on a whip or on a whip, but it doesn't matter now. It seems.
Bobby Laser cleaning it up, going in for the PM. Making sure he cleans up and gets the kills, even though they've already got the cat. They are going to get a ton of free cart time now with 3 members of Top of the Scrubs down.
And in the chat, you can see just C9, 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 C9.
C9, C9, C9.
I mean, it's not wrong, but then again, I think anyone could have gone back to that point. It's going to be a real sore spot for this match.
Unfortunately, Scrubs were just not able to regroup. Dauntless Steel forced them off of the high ground, took a really good fight there, and also made sure to take a lot of free cart time, which let them cap that basically for free. Again, Top of the Scrubs lost a ton of time there now. Dauntless Steel now has 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and they're already almost halfway, or a little bit more than halfway, to capping the second point. Top of the Scrubs is going to have to take some really smart fights here in order to hold this.
Yeah, but we got Eugene out, and that quick target switch by Genji, whipping out Eugene, and he's going up, but we got ults flying over the place. Winston's out in the bag, and he's kind of taking and isolating a healer away, but it's still not happening. Red team is still pushing it up.
Yeah, Top of the Scrubs has two ults available. They just popped their Orisa bongo. They are going to be trying to clean this up. Wingle does have the Death Blossom available, but he is only just now getting healed. So many members of Top of the Scrub low, going down down, and a counter Blossom coming out.
Oh, there comes his.
Gonna be cleaning up.
Whoa, that was actually a collateral.
Yeah, my goodness.
That was very sad.
Dauntless still cleaning that up, and they are winning the ult fight by a mile. Dark almost with another Primal Rage available. And VRG almost with another Blade. SMD Beaches on the way building up another grab, and Yotaro has the Valkyrie available. Again, top of the scrubs invested a lot of ult in that fight only to lose. The person closest to ult right now is their Shatter on Tricky Zerg. Is he going to be able to build it in order for them to stall out?
Hope so. Mercy taking real good care of that Genji. I need healing. And we got Anna. Anna's under some serious fire here. They're pushing her back, but oh, they lost Mercy. Red team lost Mercy. They are going to get pushed back here, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to be a free push now for the scrubs to clean up the offense. Again, when your Mercy is down, it's a big deal. That's the end of your res machine. But it looks like if they're not able to clean this up, Dauntless still might be able to recontest. They did invest the Primal Rage trying to stall that, but Dark did go down afterwards anyway. So they are making the smart decision here to back out and regroup.
Which is good. You see Genji there, exactly what I said earlier. There's no point in staying. If you're going to stay, you're going to feed them ult. And with one person already having ult, and everyone seems to be about 40% away or less, it's not a good time to stay. There's no point in giving them that ult.
Yeah. Ooh, Nico Knee almost hitting some really spicy rockets on Mochi. Almost took out that Ana. Mochi does have a nano coming up available. Bobby Laser won't be able to combo, but he will be able to combo with NVR with the Blade, and that could be devastating for top of the scrubs. The only ult they will have available to counter that is going to be the Valkyrie, which isn't a great counter versus a Nano Blade at all.
No, not at all. It will get you out of there, though, in case of emergency. And there's a hammer down. Bobby Laser eats an absolute shoulder check. Eugene is out.
Here comes the Nano Blade. Ooh, looks like it just got the trance in time. That's going to be huge for top of the scrubs. But a huge purple coming out from Mochi. Oh my goodness. That could ruin the defense. No, it looks like top of the scrubs is able to clean this up. Sicily with the Valkyrie able to keep everybody topped up and make sure that NVR doesn't get too much impact.
The Genji wanted Farrah dead. We saw that beeline. We saw that dash right up there. While she was purple, no less. But he couldn't clutch it out. I think if he had got that for sure, it
would have been a one fight.
Yeah.
Again, this is going to be a better point for top of the scrubs to attempt to hold here. Just under 3 minutes left in the match. SMD Beaches has a grab available. No ults to really combo with, but they may be able to just do a ton of damage to build another one.
Zara with the grab though. Zara's got to grab it. Zara can't use it if she wants to pull. Oh.
Out comes Wingles. Jiva Bomb, unable to secure any kills with it though, unfortunately. Yotaro going in for the res now, making sure NVR stays up. He has swapped to the soldier. Wow, that's a huge shatter. And all of Dauntless gets cleaned up. Again, that was a really great ult coming out from Tricky Zerg. He somehow lives through that too. Dauntless alive.
Somewhat alive. We saw
but
Yotaro.
Only barely.
Yeah, he's the only one left. That Mercy fight, drank the Red Bull, tried to get out of the way, stayed alive, but at that point, not much you can do when the res timer's gone.
Yeah. Looks like Dauntless having to regroup now. They have swapped to a Soldier Reaper. Looks like they are wanting to deal with Nico Knee on the Pharah, who does have a barrage available now. It's going to be interesting to see what angle NVR is trying to take up here. Again, he wants to dominate the high ground, but it looks like Nico Knee is going to come contest him. He's got really good cover here on the second point. Again, forcing NVR away. He's unable to secure the high ground, so this is looking very good for top of the scrubs in terms of the hold here. Oh, but NVR sneaks back up top with a tag visor and is able to kill Sicily, but Nico Knee cleans him up before he's able to have any more impact. Nico Knee also able to clean up Yotaro. That's the end of Dauntless's push here, as they are down their main support. They do have Mochi's Trank available, but it's unclear if he's going to use it. It might not be smart to do so.
I guess it's looking like a soft reset here. Oh, maybe not. We see Red Team still got power here. Yeah,
they were able to solidify that, and they are taking a little bit of free card time as top of the scrubs decides to pull back, regroup. They're going to be waiting for Tricky Zerg to respawn here. He almost has another shatter available. Sicily does have the Valkyrie, but dies with it. NVRG able to clean up the Mercy. Mochi pushing in with the tag visor, or with the Transcendence, sorry. And landing the Dinky Dinks on Wingle.
Shanae. And there it is. This clean up. Oh, we got a res. We got a res. This is gonna be delayed, but for how long?
Yes, for how long is Top of the Scrubs going to be able to solve this? They are able to pull out 2 reses, but Sicily and Nico are going down to Bobby Laser, who is going to be chewing through their team with a lot of damage, especially since he's got the regen. And they have a...
Oh, there's Tracer. That quick Tracer switch that puts a delay in there. Be tricky, but Trish's third goes down. And it's, oh, we still got delay. Mercy is down. We got Arista. He's holding it down, trying to work it out, work it through. Ooh, is this it?
It looks like this might be it.
Oh,
unless Top of the Scrubs is able to pull out some magic. They have swapped to the Tracer. Will they be able to solve it? They do have Bongo available. Sicily is going to be coming back very quickly onto this point. Tricky Zerk just trying to stay alive, stall the cart for as long as he possibly can. Looks like they are trying to stabilize a little bit. NVR in a really good position right now to clean up. And Bobby Laser pulling out the Death Blossom, cleaning everybody up. It really does come out to ult fights right here now in overtime.
That was very spicy, very, very spicy. Especially, that was the longest end game fight so far. It was just non-stop. Besides that one push on the beginning of that first match where they just took it from 1 to 3, but that was very nice. That was just non-stop delay on that point.
That was still a very good delay on behalf of Top of the Scrubs. They did force Dauntless to not be able to cap it until overtime, which is very good considering how strong of a push they had on the first 2 points. They had quite a bit of time on the clock, so the fact that Top of the Scrubs was able to hold as long as they did does bode very, very well from them now that it's their turn to attack.
Absolutely. We're going to see Bastion now with Oris. No, they're switching, they're thinking about it. They have some second thoughts. No, went back.
Second time we'll be seeing an attack Bastion in this tournament so far.
It feels like everyone's just got it in the back pocket.
I mean, they're running the Orisa this time, so he's going to have quite a bit of shield, especially paired with the Reinhardt. It is going to put a lot of pressure on Nico to choose very, very safe dives. As he is a Genji and he doesn't have a tank to dive with him, he'll have to pick his engagements very, very carefully. But hopefully he'll have Ib's Orb of Harmony to protect him.
Well, let's hope so. They are, on the other hand, facing a Roadhog. And Roadhog here, I think maybe they expect some Bastion.
Maybe they do, yeah. I mean, Roadhog is going to be a powerful pick here.
I think maybe because they might have been observing their gameplay and kind of expecting it. It seems like a very popular choice at least. We got a rave going on here. Again, it's starting to make me dizzy, but Zen's having a moment, spazzing out a little bit. He's embracing a lot of tranquility. We're going to stop embracing tranquility. He's getting a little serious now. So.
Yeah, as the game begins. It's going to be really interesting. Dauntless Steel does have a little bit of a comp advantage, in my opinion, over the Top of the Scrubs. Again, Nico is on Genji. He's going to have a really tough time dealing with NVR on the Junkrat. He'll be doing a ton of damage, and we'll be able to put up some probably choice traps for Nico to get caught in. And they do have SMD Beaches also churning out a ton of damage on the Roadhog, along with Bobby Laser on the hit scan. Will be interesting to see if they're able to outpower through the shields on behalf of Top of the Scrubs.
Yeah, and you see Wingo here on the Bastion. Got the shield down. Almost killed Reinhardt, but ended up dying here anyway.
Yeah.
Good first attempt, though. But Red Team pulling through and backing up smartly. Did you see they dropped down?
Yeah, they drop down once they see they have the advantage. They go in, they clean up all the kills, they get up as much ult charge as they possibly can to ensure they're going to have an advantage in the next fight, and then they back up and reset, utilizing the underpass there as a really, really sturdy choke. Again, this is one of the most powerful chokes that you can utilize Junkrat on. They do have quite a high damage comp. We are seeing Wingle switch onto the Pharah now, realizing that the Bastion is not going to work as they're not going to be able to set up on the cart second time here.
Oh, this time they switch it out. Jumping Bastion for Pharah. Like I said before, when in doubt, Pharah it out.
Yeah, Wingle got hooked though, which means Sicily is forced to res a little bit early into the fight. He is going to get up above and utilize sort of this archway as cover. How much damage is he going to be able to put out, though? I mean, the only person who is going to be able to contest him right now is Bobby Laser, but he is in a really good position being pocketed by Yotaro.
Oh, that is nasty.
A thick tire coming out from NVR. Thick with 3 Cs.
3 Cs because it was 3 kills.
Yes.
that's how it's going to be. And Farah is still active. However, you need that Mercy to pocket Farah. Farah waits very patiently, as you see there.
Yeah, waiting patiently, making sure she doesn't get caught by Bobby Laser's Tac Visor. Doesn't look like top Bobby was able to secure any kills with that. Maybe just trying to zone top the scrubs out here.
Seems like it. But a hammer down.
Huge shatter from Tricky Zerg. But Mochi out here again with the Tranquility, keeping the team alive. Sicily resing Tricky Zerg, who went down. It's going to be a pretty close fight here, especially as Winkle busts out the barrage here.
Everyone here
looks like top of the scrubs is going to get a little bit of push time, but they do have Dark coming in on the Reinhardt, trying to contest the cart, make sure that they don't get the cart too much further out from that underpass. They really do want to keep fighting under there, so long as they have a Junkrat.
Right. We had to cease the resistance, so we got the Congo Bongo come down, but it didn't do very much as blue team is just all over the place right now. Red team just staying in one spot, pushing them back. As you can see the displacement of this Reinhardt. They're pushed back. There's nothing you can do but return back to where you came.
Yeah, it looked like top of the scrubs might have had that, but Dauntless Steel was able to stall, delay, and just contest it long enough for the rest of their team to spawn and regroup. They are able to hold this first point with 50 seconds left on the clock.
No, this is the last minute. They can't lose anyone here. And if they get a pick, it's just it's going to cement a real big break. And here we go. Right. Down. Going in. He's launching all the ultra, a shatter, breaking it down from Tricky Zerg. He just smacks him right upside the head. The power comes out and wastes him.
Yeah, Dauntless killing a ton of people, getting a huge amount of value out of this Junkrat pick right now. Again, Dauntless was able to clean up top of the scrubs with 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to rush to stall here.
Like, this is it. 15 seconds. They got to start picking some high-speed characters, high octane. There's no point in waiting anymore.
Yeah, we do have Winkle on the soldier now. Got off the Pharah. He won't have attack visor this fight unless they're able to draw it out. And Bobby Laser dropping down with attack visor of his own, cleaning up top of the scrub easily, even though he goes down himself. Dauntless has a huge man advantage and a ton of ult advantage in order to take this fight.
That was a brave attempt by Winkle with that attack visor. He really wanted to kill, but he couldn't kill it. He had all of them at his fingertips, yet nothing. And there's the card, just rotating around, and that's it.
Dauntless taking Dorado.
Well done. Taking all the Doritos in Dorado. We're going to see the play of the game.
Play of the game.
Please. What could it be if it's not
could
a 5-man bomb?
Ooh, huge shatter once again. And just Diva spamming that left click right in the face.
Punching Anna,
just whoop-ha!
Sit down, Anna. As Diva takes play of the game without a bomb. Impressive.
Yes. So, victory goes once again to Dauntless Steel Dragons, which means top of the scrubs is eliminated from the tournament. Dauntless Steel Dragons moving in to the semifinals bracket.
I believe so, and we are moving on here to we're gonna go to winners and then losers, and then I think I'm gonna swap out here because I could use a break.
Yeah, you definitely could. You've been at this for quite a while.
Yep, and I'm gonna swap over to my good friend Nick here. He's gonna read you the telephone book again, as his voice is so calming and
yes, we'll have Grozu's calming voice.
Thank goodness for Grozu taking over for me. I'll be right back. We're gonna get set up. Please enjoy.
Yeah, it looks like the teams are swapping out now. We're swapping over back to the winners bracket. It will be Friday Night United versus FSS. The winner from this game will go to the finals, where they will face off against Dauntless Steel Dragons. The winner of the losers bracket won all 2 of their matches thus far coming in. Oh, okay. We're still going. I hope everyone in Twitch chat is enjoying themselves. We're just getting Grozu set up here. And then very, very shortly, once the teams are all set up, we'll be resuming our semifinals winners bracket. I'm going to quickly swap it over to Grozu, and then I'll be back on the air.
Hey guys, we are back. Grozu here. Dio right now, just looking for another pair of headphones, but you're here back with me now. So Dauntless Steel Dragons, after running 4 matches in a row, battled their way back to losers finals. So we'll be here with Friday Night United against FSS for winter finals to see who can get that coveted spot, winner's side in finals. So that'll be a big advantage. Obviously, having to just win 1 map, where the team coming from losers is just gonna have to win 2. FSS has had some really strong showings, and you know, it'll be good. I think they'll be hard pressed. They obviously had a very strong showing, but it'll be good to see them kind of contested. Friday Night United. It's had a while to just sit back, relax, and then probably do some homework on them. So. Obviously, both of them looking to get that spot in winner's side, but it'll be good with Dauntless. They've obviously warmed up. They've proved their mettle through losers, so it'll be you know, nice to see them back there. Dio's still looking for headphones, but she will be back soon. And then we'll get our way under for winner's side finals. I'm excited. This will be a good match. Obviously, both teams have well deserved to get this far, but to get that final little push for that winner's side, it'll be real good. And then we get to finally see Junkertown, which is exciting as hell. I'm super excited for that. But all right. And again, big shout outs to our sponsors. I know we've done this enough, but you can never do it too much, right? They've obviously allowed us to be here. Microsoft, the big one, giving us the venue, and really just making for great sports and just fostering Calgary community is amazing. But yeah, that's and then obviously Chinook Crafts as well, providing us with great pins for all participants, staff here. Really cool with the obviously the wing logo, but with our little spin on it, and then. Poco Popcorn as well just opened up in Chinook. Really good, guys. Definitely go give them a check out, or check them out. But yeah, it'll be good. It's just getting the teams loaded up now and signed in. Probably going to be warming up pretty soon here, getting all their stuff. You can see them kind of statsing each other, seeing what they play. But yeah, no, it's. I'm excited. It'll be good. Friday Night United has only played 1 game so far, and that was quite a while ago. But it'll be they're well rested. They'll be able to you know, see if they've done their homework and put that to the test. Really, and maybe they've got some strats or whatever. I'm still excited to see. Maybe there's some more attack bastions in the mix, or maybe like I'm excited. I want to see a Symmetra. I'm still holding up for Widowmaker. I want to see Widowmaker in 1 form. If not, I think we'll probably see that in finals for sure in Junkertown, when that favors snipers. But other than that, I'm juiced. I'm ready to go. Teams are just warming up here. Dio almost back, but yeah. It'll be good. All right, still just loading in here. Team's just checking out their heroes. Maybe not seeing anything too out of the mix, but definitely, you know, maybe they're hiding something. It'll be cool to see a pocket pick or something like that, possibly. But
Hello. All right, I'm back.
there we go. All right.
Good to see you, Grozu.
Good to see you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have they done map bans yet?
Yeah, we're playing on
66. Cool.
Ooh, Route 66.
Right.
Good to see that map. A really fun map to play, in my opinion.
Agreed. What do you expect to see from these teams out on 66 that maybe we wouldn't have seen on other maps?
Let's see. We've seen Dauntless Steel has run pretty conservative comps. But I wouldn't be surprised to see if they run something wonky like a double hit scan here. I actually, you know what, they might run the Junkrat Roadhog on attack. I wouldn't even be surprised.
Yeah, no, they've Yeah, they've definitely pulled out some different DPS, seeing the Reapers and kind of stuff like that. But it'll be cool to see if there is anything like that.
Coming out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be pretty wild. I
Mhm.
mean, or sorry, we're not looking at Dauntless Steel. It's Friday Night United and FSS.
Yeah,
I'm
you
looking
are
in the
right.
wrong bracket. I'm smart. Friday Night United, historically, I mean, they participated in a previous tournament, and I remember I was surprised because they actually pulled out a Torbjorn at one point.
Ooh.
So maybe we'll see a Torbjorn again.
Ooh, I
Maybe
would
we'll
love
see a
to
Torbjorn pick?
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe FSS. I wonder what they might do. They've run. Oh, did my mic just die?
No, I
I'll
think
look.
you're okay.
You can hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I can't hear myself.
Okay.
I can hear the game though, but that's a-okay. Oh, there we go.
Huh?
I'll fix. Tech guy, Mr. Bayfar, has everything under control because he's a god, the unseen god of the stream, the unseen stream lord.
Stuck in his little
Stuck
cubby.
in his tiny little cubby. The sacrifices you make for the entertainment of the fans.
Truly.
But we hope Twitch chat is enjoying. I know you guys are on a 3-minute delay, so anything I say to you or say back to you, you get to see it 3 minutes later. But I hope you're enjoying yourselves.
It's all about the fun.
If
Hopefully.
you're seeing if you're having a good time, you know, spam some Kappa 123 or something in the chat.
Golden Kappa check.
Yeah, I want to see those golden Kappas.
Listen, if both teams agree best of 3, we can switch it up.
But all right.
I got nobody in the game.
It'll be cool to see some more 66 though. I've only saw the one match on 66,
Yeah,
but it'll be good. 66 I think is just kind of like a classic map, right?
It's a good, classy map.
It's got a little bit of everything what you can want. It's got that good open first point, and then it's kind of got that little snake ladder of a second point, and then a very
with some
close
high
kind of
ground.
chaotic third
Point. Yeah.
end to it. Yeah, it could be a lot of character switches, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of picks that can work out in a lot of different ways.
In a lot of
so
different
it's-
ways, yes. It's going to be interesting to see what comps the two teams pick off right out the bat, what they're going to swap to depending on the area of the map or what the enemy team is running. You know, we could see some really clutch switches, some quick swaps in
We
order to
could,
make
yeah.
really hard pushes through those choke points. I mean, Route 66 is really interesting because, like you said, it does have that very big, wide open first point, which sometimes makes it difficult to hold. But depending on what you choose, you can really hold that first point for quite a long time, or at least stall the enemy team from getting too much time when they come into second point.
Yeah, and that first point really is like a spot where you can just get those 2 holds, right? You give them to that choke where the bridge goes over,
Yeah,
then you have that
exactly.
advantage on the gas station, and then typically if you team wipe or anything there, you can fall back and hold that very last point. So it's really interesting,
Exactly,
and you have
exactly.
that opportunity for the switches to kind of switch up your comp
Yeah.
and see what you can do with that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here. You know, Route 66 is a very popular Sombra map because it does have the defenders do have a really good advantage in that they have 2 mega health packs that they have quick access to. They have the one in the tunnel, then they have the one in the gas station. But in the previous Route 66 rotation, we didn't see any Sombra play. So maybe I'll get lucky and see some cheeky Sombra play.
Yeah,
from
Sombra is
one of these
just
two
a
teams.
character I don't think we've seen yet, and it's she truly is just, she kind of has her niche pick, so it'd be interesting to see a full-blown like Sombra comp come out.
Yeah.
Because you really don't see that a whole lot. It's just, you don't know whether she slots into that second DPS spot or whether it's a secondary healer with something like a main Mercy.
Yeah, I definitely believe she runs best as a secondary support, usually in the place of an off healer if you're going to run her with a Mercy. So you could run like the Mercy Sombra on this team pretty successfully. But I love seeing the Sombra Lucio as the
Yeah.
only
Traveling to
supports
Route
and going
66.
full dive, full attack, living off of those health packs to kill the enemy. But we aren't getting started here, so let's see what Team FSS and Team Friday Night United are going to choose.
Oh, and there might be that Torbjorn you're talking about. Not coming out from the team we thought it would be.
Yeah.
But
Seeing
we can
FSS
cross our
flash
fingers for
the
that.
Torbjorn. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe my Torb dreams will come true.
Yeah. But we do have Bastion coming out, it looks like, on the side of Friday Night United. A pretty unseen pick so far. We've only seen it on attack, just sit on the
Yeah,
payload.
we have only seen Payload Bastion. This will be the first time we see a defense Bastion if he does decide to go with that. Looks like FSS is locking in Reese on the Torbjorn.
Masterpiece.
Oh.
Pro bait. I got baited.
But we do see the Zarya that's really been popular so far this tournament. with those main tanks, really just letting them then go in, deal their damage, and then kind of juggle out.
Yeah, exactly. And Zarya, she got the Graviton Surge buff. She's a really hard counter
Attackers
to a lot of
incoming
characters.
in 30
Because
seconds.
I think the only character who can't currently escape her Graviton is Seeker anymore.
Yeah, I believe you're right. But yeah, it'll be interesting the difference in the tanks here. They've got the obviously Reinhardt with the Zarya, and they mesh really well where Reinhardt can go take a few swings. But we also have the more mobile side on Friday Night United with the D.Va and the Winston, especially with the Lucio as well and the speed boost.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of damage, especially if they're speeding and pixelize on the Reaper. But it is going to leave your Moe Waifu on the back line, kind of exposed on the attack, as he will probably be the only one to start. Kyo able to secure an early kickoff on the Junkrat, able to get the unfortunate res coming out. That's kind of early for Knife to res though, so it could hurt Friday Night United on their attack here, as they won't have nothing available for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can tell they kind of sat there and decided if they wanted to res, and literally as that happened, they got another push. So really kind of stopping up their push so far. But we see here the Bastion kind of going down actually. And just blue team just kind of picking up these stragglers here.
Yeah, FSS making great utilization of body on the Zenyatta. Again, the Discords deal a ton of damage, especially when they have a Junkrat on their team. His kills are deadly. They have the high damage output hit scan. McCree, again, thought he pulling out with the teabag. He has been popping off from here on the high ground.
Yeah, really, that's bit of a misstep there from the Reaper. Really going to lose his team some time there as they're kind of regrouping up here. But also just really good play from Thoughty. But we see 3 ults are already available here for FSS. As Keo actually almost takes down the McCree in the tunnel. But it's really just going to be their point to lose at this point.
Yeah.
The big shatter comes out from Ryan.
Yeah, they're going to be able to make a huge play off of this. They still do have 2 ults available. Out comes the Deadeye from next time to clean it up, and they're just bullying Baby D.Va, able to clean this up. I mean, they invested quite a few ults into that, but they have so many more back on the way up. Thoughty almost up with the Transcendence. Gossamer almost has the Valkyrie. Riku will have a Graviton Surge to combo with Kyo's Tire, and Friday Night United is kind of lagging behind with their next ult being the Valkyrie, which won't be able to help them if they get caught in a grab.
Yeah, but we do see the switch off Bastion finally onto this Soldier here. I think that's definitely the right point or choice with kind of the payload out of their depth right now. That really takes away from the advantage that attack Bastion has. Soldier's giving a lot more utility and dependable damage output at the point they're at right now.
Yeah, they will never be able to get a Bastion set up on this point, especially not with how aggressive FSS is playing. Again, out comes the Zarya Graviton Surge. They don't even need to invest a Tire in that, although the Tire is used earlier on in the fight. Thoughty, Gossamer, and Vasco now have ults available for FSS. Next hype coming up almost halfway on a Deadeye. Kyo swapping onto the Torbjorn, no longer wanting to play Junkrat. This is going to be interesting if he has enough time here to set up as Friday Night United regroup. They do have both support ults available and Bombasilla's D.Va Nuke.
Yeah, for sure, and it's we've got Vasco available with the Earth Shatter here, and I can definitely expect that, but Riku actually falls to D.Va's ultimate there, but Transcendence coming out to keep his team healed up for SSS here, or FSS, but just basically trades going in and out, a couple reses, both Valkyries were popped there, but next dropping D.Va out of her mech here, but blue team falling off a bit, and red team actually finally getting some mileage.
Yeah, Friday Night United managed to keep that fight alive with a sound barrier coming off from Unit. FSS next time trying to clean up with the Deadeye. Only gets one, but it doesn't really matter because the reses are coming out. Looks like Friday Night United is still kind of getting a little bit of free push here. Your Moe Waifu pulling out the tack visor, trying to clean up the support up top. Gossamer able to hide, utilizing the Torb turret, which now is Molten Forward. Going to be putting out a lot of damage as we come into the last 10 seconds of this push.
Again, a big drive coming out there from Zarya. Literally just Torb turret going to work there. Picking up 3 kills along with the Reinhardt, picking up the one under Reaper there. And I think that's probably going to be the push here unless Winston can make something happen.
Yeah, FSS played that really smartly. They backed off, let Friday Night take a little bit of ground just so they could build up a Torb turret, get that Molten Core going, and then clean everybody off once Reaper returned with the Graviton Surge.
Yeah, really well held from FSS. just really holding their ultimates, not overextending on any of their damage or anything like that, and just knowing when they could stop and really carry their stuff for the next fight and carry the advantage.
Yeah, they did play that really, really intelligently. I was surprised to see the Torbjorn swap, but it really did work out for them. I mean, that Molten Core came up very, very quickly and was very high value.
It was, yeah. It's a pick that definitely was not expected from Friday Night United, or Friday Night United as well. So definitely paid off in the end, being able to get that turret up to level 3 with the Molten Core on top of the gas station there. But it'll be interesting. Obviously, a smart pick from Friday Night United coming out here with this, the Symmetra, which we haven't really seen a whole lot of yet. With it being that short walk for FSS, that is definitely needed for the teleporter.
Yeah, in order for them to sustain, they're going to have to play this very, very smartly, pick really, really smart engagements, and try and get the max value they can out of that teleporter, as they're not going to have a lot of opportunities to reset when FSS really doesn't have to push the cart that far. We are having a quick pause here, maybe just some technical difficulties, but we will be back. Just some mic difficulties on one of the LAN computers. No worries, we'll get that back up and resume the match as quickly as possible. Do not fret.
But interestingly enough, FSS running a 3 DPS comp now by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Just a solo healer from Mercy. It's something. It's high risk, high reward, but they really do have time to play with. With that, just it's high damage and high impact. If they can just break that initial push, not let Symmetra set up or get her teleport or anything, I really could just see them taking this on the first push.
Yeah, this could be a very, very strong push from them. Again, it is a really, really smart choice. They don't have to go that far. So, I mean, running triple DPS is not a bad decision here.
Yeah, it'll be. I imagine they'll switch off unless the if the first push doesn't work. Oh my gosh, sorry. But it'll be interesting to see if the solo Mercy will be able to just keep everybody up.
Yeah. They definitely will have to play quite aggressively again. Since the Mercy changes are live, she's not going to be able to hide for a big 5-man res if they all go down. So they are going to have to pick and choose their reses kind of carefully here to make sure that they maximize them. But hopefully they're going to be able to do so.
Yeah, I imagine they'll probably prioritize the tanks for sure at least, but if not, probably looking at something like Bastion, who in the event that he does die, he can come up and also just deal damage like that off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. He will be a very high damage pick for them. He is going to be their main source of damage. If they're able to get him set up on the card, it's going to be devastating.
For sure, especially considering Friday Night United doesn't have a whole lot in their comp that can just deal with it right off the bat. They do have that reduced right-click matrix from D.Va, but obviously not lasting nearly as long, can't eat up as much time, but really only with Reaper being able to deal with him, but not with any other DPS backup from just a Symmetra.
Yeah, exactly. They might be able to get some value off the Symmetra right-click orbs maybe, but that relies on the Bastion being still on the cart. If FSS is paying attention and notices them running the Symmetra, they might be smart and kind of just move their Bastion off the cart, let them set up on the high ground, up on the ramp as they come around the corner. Yeah,
that's definitely going to be a key, I think, for that is going to be the high ground for sure. Friday Night United not having a lot of depth to their comp with vertical, just being just with the D.Va only being able to kind of really go up and down, and Reaper teleporting. But other than that, it's
they're going to be very much stuck on the on the low ground. And looks like technical difficulties have been resolved. We are coming back into the game. Both teams setting up.
It'll be interesting to see where the Symmetra decides to set up. I imagine it'll probably be in the tunnel, if not through this choke point here.
Yeah. I do see a couple of her turrets set up around the edge of the tunnel, so it looks like she is preparing for potentially FSS to go on a deep flank. Again, they have a lot of options here. They really don't have to push the cart that far. They have 4 minutes to really just turn the cart around the corner. They have a lot of options. They do have the Orisa for the slow push. The Bastion is going to be well protected. It really is going to rely on Friday Night United to pick their engagements very, very carefully and try not to get picked off.
Yeah, those deaths really are going to cost them. They can't really afford at this point to mid-step at all. We have FSS walking up to the payload here. Lucio coming up to contest and not really overextending, which I think is smart. But a good flashbang coming through as he gets picked off, actually. That's going to be big. Reinhardt taking a lot of damage as well.
He is going to get pinned into that corner, which means FSS is going to be able to take out 3 people. Knife coming in for the res on 1, but it doesn't matter because that Reaper is going to get taken out again. FSS is just rolling through them. Again, they got 3 really good pickoffs. The res didn't even matter.
Yeah, and I imagine they'll probably have 1 or 2 people kind of go set the wall, but as it stands, they really just almost won it off that fight right there.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tough for Friday Night Reunited to face it up here. They're going to have to send in somebody to contest here last second. It's not going to be enough time for everyone to get there right in time. The good news is Love Bass does have the teleporter available, does have the setup, which means if they are struggling to contest this, they will have a couple chances to just get back. But both supports are forced to come contest the cart, which means they are going to lose Knife early, so no res will be available.
Bastion does finally drop off the payload, but it's at a pretty big cost for Friday Night United here. They're going to have Reaper be able to contest and shift onto the point, but actually he doesn't have it.
Yeah,
that's going to be the game for FSS.
That's going to be the game for FSS indeed.
Yeah, so just kind of as expected, they really just didn't have a counter to that Bastion, and just that first push, they just rolled him over and had the advantage from there.
Yeah, they really did. Play the game going to Vasco. Probably going to be for this big Earth Shatter.
Yeah,
right.
big grab, and then
into
just
the grab.
Picking up 5 kills there, wow.
Yeah, nasty.
That's going to be
really
hard to compete
good
with for the game for the tournament.
Indeed.
That's, wow.
Team FSS really putting it together. Really good, smart ult combination usage.
Yeah, really a well-deserved spot into winner's side of the finals there. That'll it's going to be tough to dethrone them, especially to take 2 maps off them.
Yeah, they've played really, really consistently, very well throughout this whole tournament. It's not much of a surprise that they've won the match they did, because they played incredibly well.
They did, yeah, and it's I mean, they've obviously played very well, only really struggling on that on their first map on the defense, but once they got their footing, it was as sure as ever and just didn't give them any room.
Yeah, they really did. Next up, we're coming into the losers round bracket. Once again, we have Friday Night United versus Dauntless Steel. This is going to be a redemption match for Friday Night United, who we just watched unfortunately get defeated by FSS. The winner will face FSS in the finals bracket.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really interesting losers finals. Friday Night United obviously just having played. Not a bad showing, FSS being a very good team, but Dauntless Steel Dragons, they made the losers run, right?
They really
played
have,
4
yeah.
games in a row, and coming all the way from round 1 up to here, they've fought hard.
They've
and
fought
they've
a
played well.
long, hard tournament to be where they are.
They have, yeah, and it's it'll be interesting to see kind of they've had a few off meta picks, kind of something like that, or stuff that surprised us. So it'll be interesting to see if they can do anything like that and kind of catch Friday Night United, or
Off
maybe
guard.
they even decide to save it if they
Do so. Save
yeah.
it for the finals and then try and catch FSS off guard. Could be interesting.
Yeah, I really think finals is just going to be a complete wild card, given the fact that it's just going to be Junkertown, which we haven't seen or played yet, right?
Yes, in this whole tournament, this will be the first time that we're seeing Junkertown. And the strats for Junkertown are very different from a lot of the other escort maps, so it could be interesting to see what compositions the teams decide to go with.
Yeah, like we were talking about how Route 66, different areas kind of really is like very polarizingly different from the other ones, but Junkertown even emphasizes that more, right?
Because the map is so much bigger.
It is, yeah.
That first point on Junkertown is extremely wide open and quite long. Not uncommon, especially in Masters or Grandmaster level games, to see attacking teams be forced to run sort of that double shield Bastion comp on cart in order to get it all the way around the corner. It is very popular on defense to run snipers, as Widow has a lot of hook shot opportunities. There's a lot of high ground space for players like Hanzo to utilize. Could be very interesting to see what comps the teams are going to be running.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to wonder if the teams have actually sunk any time into practicing for Junkertown, right? Obviously, you hope and assume that that you get there, but you also want to prepare the other 3 maps before you do that as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just the map is so new that it very well could just be you haven't played it a whole lot, or you've invested that time at actually learning it. And you could know some tricks and stuff like that that other teams don't.
Yeah, it could be a huge map advantage having practiced on that map or not. Especially the final point, there's so much different high ground options that you have as a team with the spinning platform. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of strat FSS is going to bring into the finals round.
Yeah, I imagine they'll be probably watching this game pretty closely, as they probably have the other ones as well, and talking about what they want to do, what they imagine the other teams will do. So it'll be interesting. They definitely have a very big advantage coming into this finals
they
here
do.
that I think they'll make very good use of.
Indeed. They have made some very, very smart plays well throughout the tournament. They've had a stellar performance through the winner's bracket. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in the finals round. Looks like we are just getting the team settled and getting warmed up going into the loser's bracket here. Sounds like we're going to be playing on Dorado once again, which is going to be very exciting, a map I love and adore.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite map, Grozu?
I mean, Dorado's definitely up there for sure. I like Lijiang Tower for sure.
Lijiang Tower is a really fun map.
Yeah.
I have a lot of characters and a lot of heroes that I like to play that are really, really powerful on Lijiang. Lijiang's a good place.
It is, yeah.
But do you have a least favorite map? I mean, if you had to pick a map you don't like as much, a map you could map ban.
Oh my God.
What would you ban?
Horizon.
Wow, interesting. I keep hearing that a lot of people don't like Horizon. In my opinion, it's the least bad of all the 2CP maps.
Actually, I mean, like, 2CP as a whole for me is
I mean,
just,
2CP as a whole isn't fun for anybody.
all the maps, it's like, for me at least, it's like Hanamura, like Horizon, it's easy open first points, Anubis as well, actually, and then second point is just terrible.
All right. Also, one other thing, just a quick announcement for Twitch. The finals will no longer be best of 1. They will be best of 3.
Yeah, due to that team dropping out, we've obviously got some more time to do play some more maps, so that'll be really exciting. And that'll make it a lot more interesting, a lot more time to adapt, maybe do experiment with different picks and everything like that. So it'll be interesting to see if that kind of changes up strategies or anything for anybody.
Yeah. Speaking of maps, I didn't put down what my least favorite map was. If I had to pick the worst map in the game, the map I like the least, again, it is a 2CP map. I don't think anybody enjoys 2CP, but it has to be Evolve Sky. I hate that map. Map is just torture, just pure torture.
True, it's like one of the worst chokes into the game into like such an open area.
And then like the defender spawn advantage there is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's just so easy to be snowballing into that second point, and it just doesn't even matter, and they're able to stall it out for the whole time, and then you're just barely able to cap it. That is my least favorite map to draw on, because those games just last forever.
Yeah, that's also another part, that just the draws that can consistently happen on 2CP. Really.
Yeah, it feels really good to play a 40-minute game for a draw.
Yeah.
Get no SR.
Yeah, that's
40 minutes of your life gone.
Yeah, it's always a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
But,
Indeed.
yeah. What do you expect anything to come out of Dorado that we haven't seen yet from these teams? Maybe.
I wonder what they might run on Dorado. So I like, personally, my favorite sneaky strat to run on this map is you run a flanking Widowmaker on attack.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can hook shot all the way back behind that the first point, like right up onto that little archway where the gate opens. And you can perch a Widow up there and just kind of keep her sniping away. So I think that would be pretty cool to see. Don't know if we have any Widow players, though, on either of the teams.
I've seen one or two people warming up a Widow, but it would be interesting to definitely see.
If they actually play it?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be so hyped to see a flanking attack Widowmaker from either of these teams, because I think it's so powerful. Like, when teams are forced to kind of set up a defense around that archway, kind of forces them to play out in this big open area, because the fountain really doesn't provide a lot of cover. Taco stand doesn't really provide a lot of cover. If you put a Widow on that bridge just above where the first point cap is, I mean, she can pick off a lot of really easy headshots there. So it'll be interesting to see.
Widow's headshots truly are like the kind of last one shot left in the game, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
With Roadhog's hook being changed, that is the last kind of one shot. So it'll be interesting to see kind of like the openings that they can make or whatever from that, if there is a Widow.
Yeah, if there is a Widow. One shot. One kill. I don't know. What do you think? What are you expecting from these teams? Do you think they'll pull any funny stunts?
I mean, Dorado, I feel, is one map that you can kind of do something like that with that ledge on the first point or anything. If you wanted to run a Symmetra, the Bastion obviously is left wide open with everything like that. You've seen a lot of Bastions. Attack not a lot on defense, which is kind of interestingly enough, but it'll be interesting to see kind of maybe even a Sombra as well. Probably not on the that first area, but I'm interested to see on the second point if there's any use of the elevation or anything like that.
Yeah,
we haven't really seen that tapped into from any of the teams.
Yeah, none of the teams have really been dominating the high ground on second point Dorado. That's very true.
Yeah, and I think if somebody was to do that, it would really kind of open up the map and everything like that for them, and it definitely would give the defending team a bit of a disadvantage from just not being able to play against their accuracy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, looks like we're getting started here on Dorado, the finals of the losers bracket. Friday Night United versus Dauntless Steel. The winner from this matchup will be moving on to the finals round, a best of 3 on Junkertown.
Yeah, so we're starting to see the picks coming through here. Both teams showing a Mercy Zenyatta right now. Interestingly enough, Zenyatta's kind of been almost the kind of second most picked healer behind Mercy. Mercy obviously seen in every single game for the whole time, just a must pick right now. But Zenyatta with the Discord Orbs and the Transcendence really coming through clutch for a lot of it, especially with the popularity of Zarya being able to Transcendence through that, making a big difference.
Think you can keep up with me?
Yeah, it could be huge.
With the universe.
A combo we've seen on Friday Night United before for sure is the Reaper Pharah, interestingly enough. Does leave them kind of open if the other team is running a Pharah. They're not running any hit scan, not even a D.Va, or they are running a D.Va, sorry. But that would be the kind of the only thing they're left
kind of exposed to. Yeah. They are running quite a lot of damage. I mean, they're going to have a lot of air pressure from Lambast, but they're going to have Pixelize doing a ton of work on the ground. I mean, Reaper, a lot of people underestimate how much damage Reaper does. If Reaper is able to get in up close and kind of like hit someone in the head, he is a one-shot. There's a one-shot if you get hit with a Reaper shotgun to the face at close range. So he is going to do a lot of damage. Dauntless Steel coming out with a lot of damage of their own. They do have Mochi on the Zen again. Bobby Laser on his Reaper, who's been running quite a bit. SMD Peaches on Winston. So they do have a little bit of a dive with NVRG and Dark, but it is going to be a slow dive as they are running a Zen. So they're running the Discord Orb for the boost.
Yeah, they're kind of running a bit of like a combo comp with that dive coming through with the Genji, D.Va, Winston, everything like that. But they also can just play back and play the poke game if they need as well.
Yeah, Lambast getting a huge pick there. And able to kind of go in a little bit deep, but does get sniped by Mochi with the Discord Orb. Wow. You know what, I worried for a second that Dauntless Steel wasn't going to be able to push through that, but it looks like they are going to chuck forward, take a little bit of free card time. Mochi being shoved back to spawn by Bombacilla on the D.Va, gets D-necked by the 2 supports.
Yeah, Mercy whipping out the pistol there and really just beating them down, kind of ganging up on the tank that's picked on them for so long. And now as they approach the first point, Mochi here got on Transcendence already and on fire as well. So it'll be
yeah, that's huge. Mochi's doing a lot of work on this end. Has been showing some fantastic Zen play throughout this whole tournament. Dauntless Steel able to take the cap. Lambast coming in trying to stall, but is unable to do so safely. Takes the opportunity to bast up. We are seeing Friday Night set up down below. They're not taking the high ground here. They could get punished very quickly, especially with Bobby Laser going to have the ability to teleport up there. And VR is going to be able to climb up there. Dark can speed boost up there. I mean, it could put them in a really bad position. Yeah, we see here Bobby Laser going up on the high ground. He wants to dominate that spot. He's almost got a death blossom available. Could be really dangerous for Friday Night United to leave him under pressure.
Yeah, and there's a big blade coming out from Genji here, picking up 3. The Transcendence coming through afterwards as well to keep them up. And that's just going to be a full-on team wipe for Dauntless here. Really great blade. Lambast kind of trying to pull some attention away, but eventually going to drop in the hotel there. But it's going to be a good push coming out here for Dauntless.
Yeah, Dauntless making some really smart plays here in terms of where they choose to position everyone on their team. They're also making really good calls in terms of how they're using their ultimate combos. Bobby Laser going in here. Huge kills off the Death Blossom. Ooh, landing the headshot as the Genji tries to dash away.
Yeah, huge play from Bobby there. There's going to be the D-Ball coming in there. Going to drop the Genji here, surprisingly enough, but this is going to be the second point here for Dauntless.
Yeah, Knight's coming in here trying to stall with the Valkyrie, but with only 0.92 to go, Dauntless is easily going to be able to clean these guys up and then take the cap. It's not going to burn enough time for Friday Night United to be investing on those ults here, and it could be punishing them now, especially now that Dark has a pulse bomb, Yotaro has a Valkyrie of his own, Bobby Laser is almost there, 30% away from another Death Blossom, and NVR has another Dragon Blade available. SMP Beach is also catching up really quickly here with the first grab of the game coming up, which is really dangerous for Friday Night United. It really only has Lambast's Barrage available to take another fight.
Yeah, definitely going to be a rough hold for Friday Night United. They need to make something happen pretty soon here. They're going to be pretty strapped on their attack with over 4.5 minutes left here from Dauntless Steel.
Yeah, Yormoi Wife is forced to back out. Pixel is getting taken out. Lambast is able to pick Mochi, which might be huge, but out comes almost all of the ults from either team. Wow. But it looks like Dauntless still is going to win that. They do just have a little bit more damage with the Diva Nuke and the Blade combo through the Graviton Surge. Unfortunately, Friday Night United not able to survive that with the sound barrier off.
Yeah, there really was a heavy investment there, but it really did work out as we're just about to get onto the last bit of the point here. Transcendence popped here to pop up to the team. And then they're just trying to hold the team, pick off this Lucio on the point. But this should be the 3 points for Dauntless.
Down for Friday Night United. It's going to be tough. Oh no, looks like Lucio managed to res. Came back, but he's played off again, so there still are no support for Friday Night United. They're just trying to burn as much time off the clock as possible right now, especially with there's 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. Dauntless cleanly taking Dorado.
Yeah, ending with all 6 players on fire, actually. 3:45 left on the clock for them. Friday Night United is going to be really strapped here to make something big happen, to just get the 3 points as well and try and force an overtime here.
Yeah, they are really going to have to make a hard push here. They're going to definitely have to make it at least all the way, but they're also going to want to have to try and make it with more time than Dauntless Steel Dragons did, which is a tough order to fill, considering there are 3 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, they really only won one big fight throughout that whole push and just didn't eat up a whole lot of time. It was just they kind of trickled in, and after that, it was all downhill from there. They never really got the advantage back.
Yeah, Dauntless did a really great job of managing their ults all throughout that entire attacking push. They were very careful up until that very final fight to not really invest more than 2 ults into any fight and to try and use as much as they could the time to build up new ults and force Friday Night United back. I mean, they really did beat Friday Night United in the ult battle.
Yeah, just purely off charging. More ults, just more... yeah, more ults, more damage, more everything. Really put them on the back foot. But we do see the Bastion coming out here from Friday Night United. Hopefully to maybe catch them off guard. Not a whole lot countering it from Dauntless, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out from them.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Looks like we have the Junkrat pick from Dauntless. NVR looking to set up quick, easy trap. He's done this before. He'll probably secure another kill with this on his way back to his team.
I'm not your father.
Looks like Dauntless is going to be setting up on the high ground, looking for some quick poke before they fall back into the choke point here.
Yeah, no surprises on the high ground or setting up the traps. It's worked for them before. Hopefully it'll work out again for him. But yeah, there's the trap triggered, but the concussion doesn't go off, so he just gets that little bit of ult charge off it. Nothing more than that.
7%, not bad. I mean, it's definitely going to put them ahead. Especially if they maybe want to aim for a first point hold here, or to try and deal with Yormoi Wife, who is on the Bastion again. Having that little extra ult charge is going to be good. If you can get a tire really quickly, it's going to be really powerful. Bombazilla getting demeched and losing her life. Going to be tough now. Friday Night United is losing a tank. And they're losing Lambast too, so they're down both tanks now, although Knife gets the res off, so they took the Bastion. Diva is going to have short funds, so she'll be back pretty quickly. They're going to have to really try and work to push through this choke point. Getting stuck here is going to be very painful for them.
Yeah, this is where Dauntless comp is really going to thrive with the Junkrat and everything like that. Just being able to toss stuff as well as the Zarya right clicks into there and really make stuff happen.
Yeah, and it looks like it's working. They're able to force Friday Night United all the way back into the bag, which means their Junkrat is now going to have free reign. NVR is going to have a tire ready and available, which means whenever he wants to take out that Bastion or feels like it's threatening,